Well, the mantra really is just keep pounding. It is what it is.
Welcome in to the Panthers Report. Appreciate you guys for taking this time to hear me out here on the Panthers Report. This is where our passion meets the playbook here on this channel. I would really appreciate it if you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think about the topic and the article we're about to broach today. So without further ado, let's start the topic, get into this article, because today we're going to be talking about Xavier Legette, a receiver who the Carolina Panthers desperately need to step up this season and make plays just like the one you see on the screen, not dropping balls, not being distracted, not getting to scuffles like you saw him do in week one, getting disqualified early in the game against Cleveland, a game where we needed him in terms of production and what we need to see from the Carolina Panthers, because so far in preseason it's been a struggle scoring, with the exception of that one drive the offense put together in the Cleveland game. But the Houston game, as you see the Houston practice, it was a straight up struggle, man, watching that team play football, because you want to see your second string guys and third string, everybody go out there and succeed and give you hope going into the season. Houston offensive line is not very good, and we couldn't get any pressure on. We know their defense is lights out, but to me, still no excuse. We still got to overcome those things. And the way to do that is with this guy right here, number 17, man. He got to be able to make plays just like that when it counts the most, not dropping balls, which is today what the article is about. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's pound away at this article. All right, so it say right here, Panthers Xavier Legette aims to stop the drops in year 2. Second year for our first round pick out of South Carolina, close to home. So we gotta get the production going. We got Adam Thielen, we got T-Mac as our number one, a position that Legette could actually have himself. We got a nice run game in Chuba Herbert, and we also got Rico, and we also drafted Trevor. We just got to make sure our offensive line is there and get a nice quality tight end, get some tight end production as well. And the Panthers could, they could be very well on their way to winning a division and snapping that long playoff drought. So let's get into this article right here by our friend David Newton, Panthers writer from ESPN. This article came out around 6 this morning Eastern Time, August 20th. It says, Charlotte, North Carolina. It says, Xavier Legette, big smile, and deep Southern brawl are infectious. They are part of the reason fellow Carolina Panthers wide receiver Adam Thielen looks forward to coming to work every day. They are among the first things fans on social media mention even when the 2024 first round pick out of South Carolina had to explain his ejection from the Panthers' first preseason game for fighting. Yes. In many ways, it became his trademark, but Legette wants to be known more for making big plays on the field, like the double move touchdown catch and tight coverage against Jalen Smith in Thursday's joint practice against the Houston Texans. I believe that was the touchdown that we previously were looking at. But yeah, that's what you want to be known for. He's a big receiver. Let's see, how tall is he real quick? How tall is Legette? Let's see. As you see, 6'3", 227. So he's a big receiver, and that's what he can do. He can dominate. He want to be the guy that's known for making the big plays, because he can body anybody out there with his size. Anybody. So that's what we want him to be known for. Article goes on to say Legette played the Bryce Young pass perfectly, grabbing it with his hands before bringing it into his body softly. It was the kind of play the 6'3", 227. So we already had that in the article. 227-pounder often failed to make during his rookie season. His 8 drops on 81 targets were the third highest in the league among players with at least 75 targets. So yeah, we got to definitely cut down those drops and get that percentage up to 100% as far as like his rate of completions to him. The potential game-winning 33-yard touchdown that slipped through his arms with 45 seconds left in Week 13 loss against the eventual Super Bowl champion Eagles gets mentioned the most. I remember that.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson to bite on the underneath route. Ripped the big post and quarters over the top.
So, yeah, we definitely can't have any more of those blunders because that was a touchdown. Again, the point is production. You still want to be able to make those plays. A clear drop. He had it. He should have secured it. And that's what we can't have him not coming up with those because we're rooting for him to come up with those. It said Legette was equally upset about another 33-yard fourth-quarter drop in a loss to the eventual AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs in Week 12. He felt so bad that he texted Young an apology.
Nah, I haven't moved on from it because I feel like if I would have made that play, that would have put us in the right field position, and we would have still had more time on the clock after we scored. So I feel like that we probably could have got the ball back from the defense and potentially won the game. So I feel like for me, for us to keep going in the direction that we're going and to be able to win for real, I just got to play better.
What did the text to Bryce say, if you can share?
I just basically tell him, like, it don't get no better than that. I got to make them plays, and I'm going to make them play. And he sent me a text back like, man, I believe in you 100% on that at the X position with the one-on-one, and we're going to get it done.
So that's what Legette said after that play. I wasn't able to find that play, but it does go perfectly in line with the article that we were reading about him being better and making them plays and what he's looking to do, going forward. Like, he will be better because there's nowhere to go from there but up. Article goes on to say he is most bothered by a Week 4 loss to the Cincinnati Bengals when he had 2 drops and could have been credited with 1 or 2 more. Talking about his rookie drops makes his trademark smile disappear. Those were the main ones, the bad ones, Legette said in the interview with ESPN. It affected me in a way, how it made me feel just how we lost those games. It could have changed the outcome. Legette admitted the drops got into his head, and that's what you can't do as a pro athlete or just even in life, man, in your profession. You can't allow things to get in your head. You can't allow it to mess with your mental. You remember the guy, it was Nick something. He played for the Magic, and he missed those free throws.
The Rockets desperately fouled Nick Anderson. Dude stepped up and clanked the first one. He pounded on his chest because he was upset with himself, but no big deal, he'll make the second, right? Wrong. But he got his own rebound and got fouled again. You rarely get a second chance like this in sports. So Anderson stepped to the line and missed a 3rd straight free throw. I mean, at this point, he's just smiling because this is getting ridiculous. The 4th shot went up and went out again.
That was game 1, and after that, Orlando was questioning themselves. Like, Shaq was like, are we really that good? They didn't know, and we know the rest of that story. They went on to get swept the rest of the way. But point is, man, as a pro athlete, yeah, you can't let it get in your head because it will mess with you going forward. It says it was always going to be the next play mentality, he said, but it always will be in the back of my head trying to focus on catching. So yeah, don't overthink it, Xavier XL. Do not overthink it. Ultimately, Legette wants to be trusted as a receiver and prove Carolina made the right call trading up to the draft 32nd overall in 2023. He also understands his rookie season created enough doubt that the organization used the 8th pick of this year's draft on to Terry T-Mac. I'm just calling him T-Mac McMillan, who will enter the season as the number 1 receiver, and deservingly so. We've seen T-Mac just make play after play after play.
Showing blitz, they bring it. Young throws a jump ball for T-Mac, and he makes the catch.
Goes on to say, Legette embraced McMillan's arrival and took it as a challenge to improve his game without worry. Who is WR1 or WR2? He's a high draft pick, so they're going to target him, Legette said. That could open it up for me as well. It could go hand in hand. Legette's focus simply is to hone in on details. I know the assignments way better than I did last year, he said. It's giving me the chance to come out here and play with confidence and not be thinking about how I'm going to be able to do this and that. A big part of Legette's off season was spent working on catching with his hands more than his body and creating more separation. The main thing is taking away those critical drops and at critical moments. Legette said, "That's what I showed last year, but at the same time, that wasn't me." Offensive coordinator Brad Idzik doesn't see a player threatened by McMillan's arrival. He sees one trying to improve, which he most definitely should. You know, you shouldn't be threatened. You see it, you know McMillan's good, and now the best way to make the team better is to not be affected by that, not let that get to you. It's to be better, get better, and aim for his spot. And that makes both of you better because he see you coming, you trying to come get his spot, and everybody's just improving from there, even the guys behind you. It says Pro Bowl cornerback J.C. Horn sees small nuances that he believes will make Legette better. Like coming back to the ball, he said. He just seems more comfortable in himself. Adam Thielen goes on to say, "No one knows what he's saying except for me," Thielen said. "No one appreciates Legette more than Thielen. He's just a great personality," he said. "He's exactly why I enjoy coming to work every day." They mentioned this in the beginning of the article. He's a fun guy to be around. He's always laughing and smiling and having fun. So that's a good sign that, you know, these things don't mess with his psyche or whatever, because usually when guys, you know, have drops or things that's detrimental to the team, they don't come with that joy to work. They come overthinking it and not knowing how to balance their not knowing how to balance things correctly, just thinking straight, oh, I don't want to mess up, I don't want to mess up, I don't want to mess up, when you just got to be free. You got to be free. So it's good that he's still the guy that someone like Adam Thielen say, I enjoy coming to work because of him, even though Legette has had some mistakes on the field, of course, with the drops and everything like that. Like he's not there taking it too serious to where it's like detrimental and knocking the joy away from himself and the team. So that's a good sign, right? So yeah, that's the article. Xavier Legette, year 2, looking for big things, coming in as wide receiver 2, which is not, you know, exactly a bad thing. I mean, we saw T-Mac's ability to get open and run routes, his speed and everything. So Legette will be a great complementary piece to T-Mac. And heck, I'm even proud to say that this year, like I did 2 fantasy football drafts, and this year, Legette, T-Mac, Bryce Young, I took Rico Duato twice, I'm not gonna lie, and Adam Thielen, 5 Panthers went in the draft. That's like, you know, over the past few years, pretty much unheard of. 5 Panthers. Legette went in both drafts. Like, right, I was looking for Bryce Young, and he went as well later in the draft. So that's a good sign for me, honestly, as a Panther fan, that people are noticing, which means the team is getting better and getting recognition. I don't really care if people watch them or not like that. I'm watching because I love the Panthers, but it shows me that people see the Panthers and that we do have that potential. Like you saw, go back and watch Bryce Young versus the Chiefs. Go back and watch Bryce Young versus the Eagles. There were other games as well, but these were the 2 teams in the Super Bowl who the Panthers played really tough and had chances to win. Look at the throws Bryce Young was making. He looked like a pro, especially in the same season earlier where they got beat down by the Saints. He got benched after the Charger game, and it was looking like Bryce Young and Carolina could be due for a breakup soon. Whose fault is this more? Do you blame the Panthers more or Bryce Young? You know, I know this is about Legette, but I'm just talking about as a whole. Like, I believe in people like Legette because I've seen the passes that Bryce Young was making towards the end of last season. The Giants game, the Saints, the second Saints game. Don't watch the first one. The Falcons game, the Tampa game, the Cardinals, the Falcons game to end the season, Eagles and Chiefs, as we mentioned. Like he looked like a pro after being benched and after Andy Dalton, after he got his spot back from Andy Dalton. So definitely good signs with the draft and everything. And hopefully Legette can emerge, man. And I believe he will. I believe he can. I believe he will. It's just in the preseason. I don't think he's going to play in the Steelers game coming up. But so the next time we see these guys will be the opener against Jacksonville. But I do want to see the team put up points in this preseason finale against the Steelers. But that's our time here on the Panthers Report. I appreciate you guys for taking this time to hear me out. Remember, we are Panther fans. And as a Panther fan, we must never forget. We must always remember, because we have a big season ahead of us. Let's do it. Let's keep pounding. And let's pound our way into the playoffs. Y'all take care. See you soon.
Well, the mantra really is just keep pounding. It is what it is.